in to watch our brief video showing in detail how we install a decorative tin ceiling in one of our clients' homes directly over sheetrock. Just to tell you a little bit about our company, my husband and I own our own decorative painting and mural business and have worked in Houston, Texas for over 20 years. And during that time, we've been asked to install a few tin ceilings. My husband and I are big fans of YouTube, and we noticed that there weren't any videos for installing tin directly onto a sheetrock ceiling, so we decided to record and share one of our latest projects for those of you who are faced with the same kind of obstacles as we've had. The tin sheets come 2 foot by 4 foot, and in this photo you're looking at the Victorian pattern we selected, offered in a 12-inch or 6-inch pattern repeat. The left side of the photo is the 12-inch pattern with a pewter oil glaze, and the right side a blackened bronze oil glaze. If you plan to antique your tin or paint it, you must use oil-based products or the tin will eventually rust. This photo shows the pattern and finish we ultimately chose, the 12-inch repeat with the dimpled filler strip around the edges. So here's a sheetrock ceiling we plan to install the tin. Try to figure your pattern layout with full sheets if possible to minimize the number of cuts you'll need to make, filling out any gaps with either filler strips in a complementing pattern like we did or a tin crown or cornice. Our layout went really well because we were able to use 12 full-size sheets not requiring any long cuts and only 4 2x2s with only a 2.5-inch filler strip on the sides and 3.5-inch strips at each end. If you have access to scaffolding, I highly recommend using it rather than ladders. Your first step is to remove any obstacles that will get in the way of installing the tin. The fan blades definitely had to go, but make sure you number where each one attaches so when assembled again, the fan will be balanced. Recessed can light casings were easily removed next with the spring-loaded sides. The AC vent grills were also removed because you want the tin to tuck under the lip of both the vents and casings for a clean, finished look. Last but not least were the speakers. This could have been an issue had the speakers not been centered on each end of the ceiling. Fortunately, they landed right at a tin panel seam. Instead of having to remove them, we were able to loosen them slightly, pulling them down far enough so we could slip the edges of the tin under each side of the tin joint. So let's get started. Here's a diagram of the layout of our tin. You want to determine where the main viewpoint is of your ceiling. Ours was easy because there was only one entrance into the game room, so keeping that in mind, we overlaid the panels so the seams are not visible from that direction. Using a laser level, we measured to get our main length and width guidelines. Don't count on the ceiling being square with 90-degree corners. Then we popped a chalk line to get our starting point. As you can see, the first sheet of tin is not installed dead center, but measured back 1 foot to accommodate a full sheet. In the next few photographs, we'll show you how we measured and cut openings to work around the light fixtures, speakers, and air vents. First, we cut a template from brown paper the same size as the tin panels. By taping it in place and accounting for the overlay, we could locate where the cutouts needed to be and then transfer them to the tin to cut out. As my father always said, measure twice, cut once. Double check before you cut because once you do, it's a done deal. If it's wrong, you've wasted a sheet of tin. Each sheet is double checked for accuracy before it's installed. We put a liberal coat of liquid nail glue to the backs of each sheet before nailing it into position. On the next sheet of tin, we'll demonstrate how to cut an opening in the center of the panels. We mark the location of the cutout on the tin just like we did on the others. You need to have a starting point to begin cutting, so we drilled a hole large enough to get our tin snips in and then cut out the shape. Thank you again for joining us. We hope this video was helpful. Please check out our website at www.artisticinteriors.org for other videos and examples of our work.